Hey guys, it's Miss McDuffie. I wanted to do another video to finish out this week to give you updates, but also to show you a few things that I showed during the meet session this week, but just in case you missed it or if you needed to see it again and again, I wanted to do a separate video, but one that also didn't have all of the talking in it. So first thing I want to show you is the Google Classroom changes that I made on each of your Google Classroom pages. So let me just flip my screen here. Okay, so in Google Classroom, I added some material so that you'll have things kind of chunked based on what their purpose is. Typically your assignments are up at the top anyway. I also added a communication section that includes our Meet link that I decided we would just use the same link always, and I already told you about that last week. Also, what I did is put in support items for digital distance learning, how-to videos, how to share things, how to use Google Classroom, and so on. I recommend, especially if you are kind of new to really digging into that technology, that you watch those. But of course, if you have questions, then just let me know. So those are the updates in Google Classroom. And you would get to this, typically when you log into Google Classroom, it goes to the stream. But all you have to do is click here. You won't have this or that, people or grades, but you will have a stream and you'll have classwork. Instead of clicking on your stream, click on your classwork, and that's where all of these items will come up. So those are all the changes to Google Classroom. The other thing I wanted to show you is if you are, say, in your email and you wanted to create a document that you want to put all your work on, if you're in your email or any Google app, you always have this array in the top right, and if you click that, you can get to any Google app that you need. So click that, click on your Google Drive, and then this should pop up, but probably with less documents. Once you're here, click on New, and then you'll click on Google Doc, or some of you have decided you wanted to use a presentation. That's totally fine. So I'm talking about documents, but everything that I'm showing you with documents, you can do with all of the Google apps. You can do it with slides, you can do it with sheets, whichever you choose. So I'm not going to click on it now because I've already made one, but once you do, it'll give you an untitled document. What I recommend is that you change the name to week 3 activity board or week 4 activity board, and when you do that, please put your name in it. I've been getting some that just say math, and although that's great, it would be better to distinguish between your document and another student's document if you had your name in it. So my recommendation is like first name, last name, week 4, activity board. Oh, if I can spell it right. Activity board. And you can put math if you're sending a different one for each subject, or if you have it all in one, then just leave it there. The main thing I'm looking for is to have your name in that document. In terms of sharing it with me, if you look over here on the right side blue button, it's private. So if you create a document, it's your document. You have to share it in order for somebody else to see it. So in order for me to see it, you would have to click share, and then once you get here, just start typing McDuffie, and the one that says Madison County, not the one with the G, that's not a real one, but the one that just says McDuffie at madison.k12.ga, you select that, and then you'd hit send, and I automatically get an email letting me know that you've submitted that. So that's how you would share a document or a presentation or whatever format you choose with me or with any of your teachers if you're going to use that method. The other thing I want to show you is how to make a copy of a document. So I shared with you, I'm going to go back to our Google Classroom. In support items, I gave you an optional organization sheet for week 3 activity board, and this one was just for math. But when you went to it, you notice you couldn't write in it because Google Docs are like, they're basically like websites, and if you changed it, it would change it for everybody. So we didn't give you access, I have access, but we didn't give you access to edit this particular sheet. In order to make your own sheet so that you could edit this, you would have to click on File and then click Make a Copy. And then it says, okay, we're going to copy this document. What do you want to call it? And you can go ahead and name it right then and there, and then it'll open it up for you so that you can then use that document and make your updates to it, and you would be able to share that with me. So notice right now it still says it named it Copy of Activity Board. You'll want to change that title the way that I showed you before. And notice that when I go over here to the share box, it's private only to me because I just created this document seconds ago, as it said. So you can always copy, if we give you an answer sheet and you decide that you just want to use that, then you can just make a copy of that and use it. All right, I have my little checklist over here, so I'm making sure I'm going through everything that I wanted to show you. Let me get rid of that. The other thing I wanted to show you is how you would upload your document before you submit it. So I'll take you again to my daughter's Google Classroom, and we've already clicked on the assignment that is due today. And if you look over here on the right side, right before it says turn in, or sometimes it says mark as done, you have an add or create button. If you click that add or create button, you can either just add the link to that, just make sure that it's shared, or you can click on Google Drive and you can search for that if you need to. Whatever you've used recently typically comes up. Or when you click add or create, you can add some sort of file if it's coming from your computer. And I sent a different video to show you how to do the same thing on your phone, which will allow you to upload pictures. So there are multiple ways for you to add your work into the actual Google Classroom before you click turn in, either through here, or you can do that on your cell phone. I actually already shared the cell phone video. It should already be in Google Classroom if you would rather do that. If you're doing it on a cell phone, though, you need to make sure you download the Google Classroom app first. All right, next thing I want to show you is the Learning Hub that I already shared with several of you. You should already have the link, but I shortened the link for you. It's bit.ly/MustangLink6, and when you type that in, it brings you to a one-stop shop, I guess is what you might call it. When you come here, you scroll down, and all these icons are active places that you need to check pretty regularly. Not all of them. Some of them are for support and some of them are for communication. So this section over here, top left, your Gmail, your Google Classroom, those are things you need to check regularly. Also, Edulastic is here, your Drive. You do have to still be signed in to your Madison County account. And there's a couple other things that are just there for organization. In the bottom left here are resources or practice places. So Prodigy is there, the MCMS IXL portal is there, YouTube, Khan Academy, and so on. Just real quick about the MCMS IXL portal, because I do get several messages about it not working. You have to make sure that you go to the Madison County one, and it has to be Madison County, Georgia, of course. So it's better if you go to our shortened bit.ly, which it changes once you get into it, but it's bit.ly/MCMSIXL. And that takes you directly to the Madison County Middle School IXL. Everybody gets their own website through IXL, so just be careful with that. It's better than just going to IXL.com. Over here on the right side, at the very top, are help videos in regards to technology, how to use Google Classroom, how to share with others, how to share documents with others, Google Docs tutorial, and how to, this is the video I talked about, how to upload into Google Classroom from your phone if you just take a picture of work from your smartphone. The bottom right here, I posted the week 3 activity board for your core classes, week 3 activity board for your connections classes, the MCMS Facebook page, because that's updated daily, so you definitely want to check that out. The MCMS homepage, which is also updated pretty regularly. remind codes for all your core classes if you haven't joined them yet, and also our math meet link, the one that we said we would use all the time. So this is just another area for you to make sure that you're staying up to date with all your assignments. I would recommend in the top right bookmarking this in that star, or you can also, I'm not going to bookmark it for me. Oh, okay, I'll take it off. Or you can also right click the, move it up some, right click that tab and you can pin it so that whenever you bring up Chrome, that tab will come up for you. So let me move this back down just a little bit. Okay, so hopefully you're using that or making use of it because it can be really helpful. And the last stuff that I have is really just info about next week. Next week is spring break, so there are no assignments due, there's no meet session, there's nothing. Just take a break. We're all taking a break and enjoy yourself as much as you possibly can. Enjoy the weather. Hopefully we continue to have nice weather. At the moment, the district is not doing paper copies. I'll update you whenever they decide on a specific date for paper copies to be available. Those are typically only available, though, for people who don't have internet access at home. The week 3 activity board that you're doing right now is not due until April 13th, so it's not even due today. You still have time to finish things out, to work on them at your own time. If you started late or whatever was the case, you still have time, not due until the 13th. And we are going to do activity boards from here on out. So you can expect by the time we get back to get, from spring break, to get the activity board for week 4 and week 5 and so on. And so other than that, I think I shared about everything I possibly can with you. I hope that this information is helpful. If you have any questions, please contact me either through email or through Remind or Google Classroom, whatever format works best for you. But contact me and ask me any questions that you have, or if you feel like you could really use something on the Learning Hub, for example, that's not there, then shoot me an email and I can see if I can add it. But really just trying to make the process a little bit easier for you at home. But I hope you all have a wonderful spring break and enjoy this beautiful weather as much as you can, minus the pollen. Anyway, bye.